Mr. Woodruff, you've tested positive for HIV. Have you ever used intravenous drugs? Have you ever engaged in homosexual conduct?
Homo. You say homo? You made a mistake, because that ain't me.
Mr. Woodruff, we estimate you have 30 days left.
And newsflash for y'all. There ain't nothing out there can kill Ron Woodruff in 30 days. Them drugs, they just released for testing, and I know this hospital's worth the size. I need it.
It doesn't work that way, Mr. Woodruff. Where are you going?
They got good meds out of Mexico that's better than what you can get here in the States.
This is protein, totally non-toxic.
And you can't buy this in the USA?
Not approved.
You could be making a fortune off of this.
You look great.
Well, actually, I look amazing.
Anything to declare? Nada.
They're importing illegal drugs for sale. It's a very serious offense.
They're not illegal. They're merely unapproved.
Paul Southland, Drew Pearson Show, Fox Sports.
Fox Sports.
Yeah.
What a big day to be talking sports. We only got 5 minutes.
I know.
The Longhorns got crushed last night.
I know, it's sad,
Utah. And NFL kicks off right about now.
Yeah. Well, this is a great time for you. Actually, the last 2 years have been, you've had some of the most interesting roles I think that you've ever had. So this has to be such a good time for you.
It's a wonderful time, and I'm enjoying the work more than ever have. Getting an experience from the roles, an experience from the making of the movies, which has always been my favorite thing to do. I actually like making the movies more than I like watching them.
Yeah.
But this one I quite enjoy watching them. It was hard to make, so we, there's a team of us that know what we went through to get it made, and now it's just we get to share it.
Yeah. Well, and talk about a transformation. I mean, it's one thing to get into character, but to lose 50 pounds and then that's crazy.
Part of the fun of what we get to do as actors, if you get a role that actually needs that, I wouldn't want to do it just for eccentricity's sake, because the character didn't need it, but this character needed it. So it was a pleasure to go do it. It wasn't as hard as people try to make it out to be. I did it the safe way as possible. The body's much more resilient than I think we give it credit for, and it's what the role needed, and it was fun. As an actor, you're looking for something that you can grab a hold of and say, I can singularly focus and commit to this for 6 months or whatever, how much amount of time. That's fun.
Yeah. Well, it's probably easier to gain it back than it is to lose it, right?
It's easier. It's more fun to gain it back, but it's actually not as safe to gain it back. That first cheeseburger and the wheat and gluten in that bread kind of kicked back at me pretty hard, yeah.
I'll bet. Well, the show is the Drew Pearson Show, and Drew famously caught the Hail Mary pass, and I think that everyone has a Hail Mary moment in their life. What do you suppose that was for you?
The Hail Mary. Oh, it wasn't a Hail Mary, but boy, it was the reverse. I remember sitting and talking to Joel Schumacher in about 95, and I was in there talking to him about a much smaller role in a film called Time to Kill. And our meeting was about over, and it was good. It was about this other role. And I said, who's playing the lead role in that? Jake Brigance. And he goes, I don't know. We haven't cast it yet. Well, who do you think should? And I remember going, I think I should. And he started laughing. He was going, it's a great idea, but it'll never happen. The studio won't pay for it, da-da. But it stuck in his mind. And he called me back, and I had a screen test about 2 months later on, I think it was Mother's Day. Anyway, it worked out.
Yeah.
But if I wouldn't have thrown that Hail Mary right there, I don't know. Might not be sitting here right now.
That's true. Well, hey, congratulations. Good job on the J.K. Levin stuff.
Thanks, man. It's going well, yeah.